Happy Easter, everyone. Also called Resurrection Sunday, originally called the Passover. So why do I prefer to say Happy Easter? Well, one, it's just simple, right? Happy Easter, everybody knows Easter. Do I have a problem with people saying Happy Resurrection Sunday? Absolutely not. But what I do have a problem with is if people think they can't say Happy Easter because somehow Easter is pagan. You ever heard that, Natalie?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, tell them why that's not right.
It's not right.
Well, I'll tell you why it's not right. So the term Easter is just a Germanic word that was transliterated into English. But almost every language you look at, Spanish, Portuguese, any language that came from Latin, right? And even Hebrew, Aramaic, all these terms have a word that's similar to Passover, like Pascha, right? And they sound similar, except in German and English, because our language, English, was influenced by both Latin and German and a few other languages. But Easter just means Passover. So it just has a different, German's a different language than Latin. So it sounds different. A lot of times people will think that Easter was some pagan celebration where there was bunnies and eggs and fertility goddesses. That's all nonsense. None of that has ever been proved. It's all conjecture. And even if it were proved, so say we found some document that actually stated this was the case. No one's ever found this document, by the way. No one's ever found this religious group, supposedly where these things have come from. But if we did, you'd have to basically argue that the early Christians somehow knew about this Germanic tribe, which was supposedly, somewhere, it was mentioned, I think, in the 5th or 6th century. But again, it was a conjecture-based thing. Like, this is where the name of the month came from, and the Germans named their the month after the Passover. So without getting all technical, which we've probably already done, it's simply to say that words change over time, right? So when people say you can't say Jesus, you have to say Yeshua. Well, Jesus is the English transliteration of the Hebrew, right? We don't speak Hebrew, so you transliterate words all the time, right? So Easter is just the English word for Passover. So technically we should be saying, if you wanted to be technical, right, just say Happy Passover. That's what the word means. Like, so Easter and Passover are synonymous terms. But if you want to say Resurrection Day, that's great too. Just don't believe that somehow pagans corrupted Easter or we have to move away from these holidays. The Germans brought eggs and bunnies here in like the 1800s. This is a very recent celebration. It had nothing to do with pagan fertility goddesses. Originally, it actually had to do with Lent. That's why even in the Ukrainian Orthodoxy, they would not eat eggs during Lent, and they would color them and paint the eggs. That's where even today you'll see like painted eggs as decoration. But our tradition in America comes more from the German immigrants who brought those traditions here for some reason, just painting eggs, because there would be a lot of leftover eggs after Lent, and because you wouldn't eat certain foods during Lent in certain traditions. So happy Easter, guys. Have a blessed day, whatever you call it. Just know Jesus rose from the dead. They didn't copy pagan rituals or names or celebrations. And at the end of the day, we know that Saturday was named after the god Saturn. And so you can't say the Jews made their Sabbath after the god Saturn because, the Greeks were around before. It's just bad logic. So hopefully you have a great time with your family, and we'll see you guys soon.